Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Publishing Room episode one, which happens to be the premiere episode. And today it feels really great because I am hosting the host of Discovery of an Author. Guys, I would like to take a moment to introduce myself. I take care of marketing at Discovery of an Author. जो भी आप रील्स और सारी कंटेंट स्ट्रैटेजी देख रहे हैं, it has come from me, and I've finally convinced our host to be the guest for this show this time. इस पूरे एपिसोड की सीरीज में मिनिमम 5 से 6 एपिसोड होने वाले हैं। हम कोशिश करेंगे कि राघव का जितना भी ज्ञान है, राघव के पास जितना भी नॉलेज है फॉर द बुक पब्लिशिंग, बिकॉज ही कीप्स ऑन स्पीकिंग टू ऑथर्स एंड ही नोज टॉप ऑथर्स इन दिस स्पेस, जिनसे मैं सारी नॉलेज एक्सट्रैक्ट करने वाला हूं और सिर्फ आपके लिए लाने वाला हूं। सो मेक श्योर यू हिट लाइक, you do comment whatever questions you have because I will ensure Raghav takes each one. You promise, Raghav?
Absolutely.
एक एक क्वेश्चन का आंसर दिया जाएगा और अगर वीडियो पे नहीं दिया गया पर आपका कमेंट का रिस्पॉन्स दिया जाएगा। I am personally taking care of these 5 to 6 episodes, and we'll have bonus episodes for sure, which are going to be Q&A. So stay tuned to the publishing room. I just want to take this introduction that what will be covered in the publishing room episode one, and why are we doing this series primarily. So राघव, मैं आपके थ्रू पहले तो मैं सबको ये बताना चाहता हूँ कि हम डिस्कवरी ऑफ एन ऑथर को ऑथर ओरिएंटेड ही रख रहे हैं, एंड हमने पूरी कोशिश करी है दैट वी ट्राई टू क्रिएट, एज वी कीप ऑन सेइंग, द लेवल ऑफ इंटेलेक्ट टू बी मेंटेन्ड। हम इंटेलिजेंट पॉडकास्ट की तरफ हैं, and we definitely are aligned towards authors, so we generally wanted to give it to the society, to the community of authors. So Raghav, you have founded a business which was around book publishing. You have spoken to close to 100 authors, and they do stay in touch with you, as you have told me multiple times, and they share their journey with you. You understand the book publishing space pretty well. I see you actively surrounded by books, and you keep reading as well. Let me start this entire interview with one simple question. What are the key things that you have learned about book publishing and how your experience has been?
So thank you, Raghav. I think I'm first of all really excited for this series. I think it's very important for people to know where we are coming from and what makes us different in our approach, more or less. So I'll answer this question by giving you a little bit of, not specifically you, but giving people a little bit of background of where I'm coming from. So I first started my startup way back in 2017. Its name was Collage. It was a platform for artists and writers to upload their work. It was a micro-blogging platform. And in a way, we used to connect artists, writers directly with publishers. Magazine publishers, newspaper publishers, and book publishers and stuff like that. So I was always tech oriented, and I always used to, the idea of using technology and creating tech products in this vertical of reading, writing, and book publishing is something that always used to fascinate me a lot. It does till date. So Collage was a very popular, it was really well. We had around 75,000 active writers on the platform at a time in 2018 or 19. And we were able to raise funds as well. We got featured in Your Story as well. And I think all of these links, we can put it up in the description for people to just have a look at that. But I had to shut it down because at that time, demonetization happened. So because of demonetization, a lot of these investors were not able to continue investing in startups very publicly. So that's the reason we had a few HNI investors, they had to back out. And our fund actually got stuck, because of which I was not able to completely run the operations. But in parallel to Collage, we also had a self-publishing house called Revolt House Publishing. Now, Revolt House Publishing was like any other self-publishing house. We used to take select authors. We used to publish the books. And our emphasis at that time also was on the marketing side of the book. Because what I firmly believe in today's time, for anybody who's interested in becoming an author, if you've written a book, if you have an idea in your mind, in today's time, getting your book published is not the challenge. What is more important is to market your book and position your brand. If you're not able to market your book, if you're not able to make a brand out of yourself, specifically in today's digital era, wherein it is easier to do it, wherein you have all the tools, wherein with the right approach, you can reach out to masses. If still you are not able to build a brand around yourself, and still if you feel that just by publishing my book, magic will happen, it's not going to happen.
राइट। शुरागव, एक बार नुआंसेस के बारे में बात कर लेते हैं, बिकॉज ये पूरे स्पेस में सेल्फ पब्लिशिंग, कंटेंट पब्लिशिंग, बुक पब्लिशिंग हम मल्टीपल टाइम्स बात करते आ रहे हैं। तो एक बार समझ लेते हैं कि ट्रेडिशनल पब्लिशिंग, डिजिटल पब्लिशिंग और सेल्फ पब्लिशिंग, ये एक अम्ब्रेला में आते कहां पे हैं और स्पेस डिफरेंट कैसे है?
Okay, so traditional publishers, I'll give you an example so that you understand better and everybody understands better. Like Penguin, HarperCollins, Rupa, Westland, Aleph, all these are traditional publishers. Now, traditional publishers are the ones who, if they select or if they decide that they're going to publish you, they will not charge you a single penny. It's as simple as that. It's like you got into IIT with a 100% scholarship. You don't have to pay anything. On the other hand, they might give you a signing amount, you know, after doing certain calculations of how the book might work, and they're going to do everything. So once they do decide to pick you up, you don't pay anything. They'll design the cover for you, they will edit your manuscript, they'll put their name on it, they will put up on Amazon, they will handle the delivery, they will handle the printing. Everything they'll be handling. So they are like the producers and the directors. You are just an actor. You can say it like that. So traditional publisher, that is why getting published via a traditional publisher in today's time is the equivalent of getting into IIT and IIM.
Okay, got it.
It's that prestigious and it's that rare. So that is a traditional publisher.
So I recall that in Bagban movie, Amitabh Bachchan got a check of 10 lakh rupees for getting the Bagban book published.
अरे जे 10 लाख का सुर कैसा है भैया? अरे राव उतार भैया, हमारी किताब छप रही है। क्या कह रहे हो?
So that is exactly that, you know, it's a traditional publishing house, and that is how things were moving in that. So
yeah, but not everybody gets 10 lakh. So there is a mathematics behind that, how it works. So the traditional publisher will actually see, they'll calculate how much copies could we sell in a given amount of time. You know, considering the type of book that you have written, the genre that you've written, if you are a new person, if you are somebody who's well known. So there are a lot of dynamics that go into hand.
Got it.
It is not that hunky-dory, but what is the biggest advantage for an author is to be selected by a traditional publisher. That's the win. Because once you are into that club, any book that you follow in the future, there are very high chances that the publishers will pick it up.
Got it. Let's move to the second phase of this, which is, let's talk about self-publishing. How would you like to explain that?
Private colleges. Private engineering colleges. Yeah, private engineering colleges. हम ले लेंगे, ये fees है. I mean, of course, there should be some merit because all the private colleges do have their examinations. That goes without saying. That you still have to go through the examinations. But the private colleges need to fill up their seats. They have a target that they have to achieve in terms of revenue and everything, right? So so one of the top self-publishing houses out there is Notion Press. You know, Notion Press is the biggest name out there. They're doing tremendously well. I think the way they have structured the entire process is genius, actually. I really like the way they are, the process oriented is pretty powerful, is very strong. We were also self-publishers, so our concept was simple. We used to invite submissions. When you say we invite submissions, I used to ask people to send a synopsis of what they have written and a couple of chapters. We used to read that, we used to go through it, and then we used to, if we used to feel that yes, there is some merit in it, then we used to tell them that yes, we would want to publish your book and these are our packages. Now the packages used to vary. So let's say I'm charging 30,000 rupees, so it will include certain things. I'm charging 50,000 rupees is going to include certain things. I'm charging 70,000 rupees is going to include certain things. So you pay us for everything. You pay us for editing, you pay us for designing everything. And in today's time, self-publishing, now the second part, so this is one part of self-publishing. The second part of self-publishing is what Amazon has pioneered.
Okay.
So there
Amazon
is,
comes into self-publishing.
oh yes, see, Amazon has a monopoly in this industry. First of all, Amazon is like the Indranagar ka gunda hu main. That is Amazon. You can't beat Amazon in this game. Okay, so Amazon are the biggest and the widest listers of the book in the entire world. There is no other online platform from which you can go and purchase book which is as big and as popular as Amazon. They have multiple platforms that they have purchased, like Goodreads. Goodreads is a platform wherein you go and write reviews of books. That is also by Amazon. So Amazon is the king. Okay, so Amazon started this concept called KDP, Kindle Direct Publishing. You know they have Kindle as a device. Okay, so this is
Yeah, so we'll come to the direct publishing part as well.
no, but direct publishing is self-publishing. So that's what I'm
Okay.
saying. So KDP, so you have Kindle devices, right? Wherein you read, you can instantly download in KDP.
Yes.
So
Yes.
Amazon now via its KDP, Kindle Direct Publishing, it gave the tools for any author to self-publish her or his books like this.
Got it.
And you don't have to make any upfront payment.
So can you just briefly explain Notion Press versus Amazon? How
Notion Press,
primarily different they are?
so Notion Press is a traditional, started as a traditional self-publisher wherein we have a group of human beings. You want to get your book published, we have a team of designers, we have a team of editors, we have a team of marketeers, we have a team of typesetters. If you want to get your book published via us, sign the contract, pay us the money. Once the money is paid, we will create a WhatsApp group. We will add all the team members in it. We will speak with you. We will assign a point of contact to you. We'll start working on a book cover. We'll start working on the editing of your manuscript. We'll start working on all the other aspects. We'll keep it getting approved by you. Once it is approved, we'll combine it out, list it, great, done.
Okay.
So the money has been taken already. And then
Got it.
there's a something called 100% royalty in self-publishing. Royalty means the amount of money that the author will get when her book or his books get sold. So let's say the price, once Notion Press has published my book, and they decided that the MRP, the retail price of that book would be 100 rupees. Okay. Now, if a book gets sold, that one book gets sold, out of the 100 rupees, the 100 rupees that a consumer pays, that is not the amount that is the profit.
Yeah.
So there are certain parameters that goes into publishing and printing. So let's say out of 100 rupees, the profitable amount or the amount that can go into your pocket is 30 rupees. So that 30 rupees becomes the royalty amount.
Okay.
So if the book is priced as 100 rupees, it's not necessarily that the amount that you take in your pocket is going to be 100. There are a lot of variables that will get subtracted from those 100 rupees, like taxes and GSTs and shop shipping and logistics and warehousing cost and everything. And the amount that remains, let's say in this case 30 rupees, that becomes a royalty. कि आपकी हर एक किताब 100 रुपए की जो बिकेगी, उस पे 30 रुपए आप कमाओगे. So that amount is known as a royalty amount. अब सेल्फ पब्लिशर्स बोलते भैया आपसे तो हमने पहले ही पैसे ले लिए हैं, तो जितनी आपकी किताब बिकेगी ना, उस पे जितना भी रॉयल्टी बनेगा उसका 100% आपके पास जाएगा.
Got it.
तो ये होता है ट्रेडिशनल सेल्फ पब्लिशर, विच इज नोशन प्रेस. केडीपी ने गेम चेंज कर दिया. उसने बोला मेरे पोर्टल पे आओ, टेक एनेबल्ड पोर्टल है, किसी इंसान से बात करने की जरूरत नहीं है, बस किताब लिखी होनी चाहिए तुमने, मैन्युस्क्रिप्ट, कवर भी उस पे बन जाएगा. है ना, एडिटिंग के टूल्स भी हमारे पास, या तो तुम खुद से किसी से करवा लो एडिटिंग हो जाएगी, टाइप सेटिंग हो जाएगा, लेआउट हो जाएगा, सब हो जाएगा. वो सब कुछ कर कुरा के तुम उसको अमेजोन पे लिस्ट भी कर दो इंस्टेंटेनियसली. और अगर आप चाहते हो कि फिजिकल भी लोग खरीद पाए तो वो ऑप्शन भी है हमारे पास. इसकी अगेंस्ट हम आपको दो ऑप्शन देते हैं, है ना. आपको जो प्राइस रखनी है वो आप रखो, हम लेंगे 70% रॉयल्टी.
अच्छा.
So one option is we will take 70% royalty and you will get 30% royalty of the amount. The second option is you get 70% royalty and we take 30% royalty.
Okay.
उसकी कुछ कंडीशंस होती हैं कि अगर आप Amazon को 70% रॉयल्टी दे रहे हो तो वो आपकी बुक को प्रमोट करेगा, ये करेगा, वो करेगा, इसलिए वो ज्यादा रख रहा है. अगर आप ये सब ऑप्शन सिलेक्ट नहीं करते हो तो यू टेक 70% रॉयल्टी, वी टेक 30% रॉयल्टी ऑफ द एंटायर अमाउंट, दैट इज इट. सो केडीपी ने ये गेम चेंज इसलिए कर दिया, केडीपी ने कंप्लीट पावर लोगों को दे दी कि सेल्फ पब्लिशिंग ही है, इसमें तो इंसान का इंटरवेंशन भी नहीं हो रहा है. सो दैट्स द ब्यूटी ऑफ टेक्नोलॉजी एक्चुअली, एंड दैट्स हाउ Kindle चेंज द एंटायर गेम.
But I have also seen there is a hybrid format of also that is
Absolutely.
coming currently into the play. So can you speak about what type of hybrid publishing do people or author generally prefer? And is it like practical enough to consider hybrid?
Okay, so I'll give an example. I'm gonna talk about the hybrid publishing. Hybrid publishing generally वही लोग करते हैं जो पहले सेल्फ पब्लिशर्स होते हैं. सी बिकॉज जो ट्रेडिशनल पब्लिशर है वो तो हाइब्रिड नहीं करेगा ना, वो तो है ही ट्रेडिशनल पब्लिशर. And IIT is not going to degrade its
Got it. Yeah.
right,
Makes
but
sense.
somebody like an Amity or a lovely professional university would want to become an IIT one day. First this concept understand, right? Now hybrid publishing is like I equate hybrid publishing to this concept that I call as hybrid actors. नाउ हु इज अ हाइब्रिड एक्टर. तो लेट्स से धर्मा प्रोडक्शंस बोलती है कि यार हम चाहते हैं कि हमारी पिक्चरें बहुत लोगों तक पहुंचे, हम चाहते हैं कि हमारी पिक्चरें जेन जी तक भी पहुंचे. तो उनकी मार्केटिंग टीम बोलती है सर प्राजक्ता कोहली को ले लो,
Okay.
सर जाकिर खान को ले लो, सर बस्सी को ले लो. उनकी फॉलोइंग देखी आपने? वो कहते हैं हाँ उनको ले लेते हैं, उनको हम एक रोल दे देंगे, उनकी ऑडियंस हमारी हो गई. इज बस्सी एन एक्टर? नो. Is Prajakta Kohli an actor? No, they are hybrid actors. You benefit from their following. You benefit, you get their audiences plugged in. This Hollywood has been doing for many years. अच्छा हम वो बना रहे हैं इटर्नल्स, एक पाकिस्तान से एक्टर ले लेंगे हम, एक कोरियन एक्टर ले लेंगे हम लोग, और हम एक
Fast and Furious में भी
ऐसी ensemble बनाएंगे हम लोग कि हर दुनिया के लोग हमको देखें, राइट? सो आई कॉल देम हाइब्रिड एक्टर्स. सो सिमिलरली हाइब्रिड, सो सेल्फ पब्लिशर्स आर लाइक कि यार हर किसी से पैसे नहीं ले सकते. अगर कल को मेरे पास अमिताभ बच्चन आके बोले कि भाई साहब हमारी बुक छापिए, पैसे मांगोगे उससे? उसके थ्रू तो तुम्हारा नाम होगा ना.
Yeah.
So that is what is hybrid publishing. When you look at the person who's written a book, when you feel merit, or somebody has created an exceptionally beautiful manuscript.
Got it.
So that's
So now
hybrid
let's yeah. Thank you for this explanation, Raghav. Like it clearly makes a very clear distinction on the type of publishers, and बहुत सारे authors को यहाँ पे clarity मिल गई होगी कि कौन सी direction में उनको जाना है. Um, I want to also understand certain other nuances about books. So let's shift some levers. And ये paperback, hardbound, सिर्फ digital और कुछ कुछ जगहों पे तो सिर्फ audio, इन तरीके की बुक्स पब्लिश हो रही हैं. पर ये ना क्लैरिटी ही नहीं है कि पहली बात पेपरबैक पे क्यों जाना चाहिए, हार्ड कवर में क्यों जाना चाहिए, इन दोनों को डिफरेंशिएट कैसे करते हैं. और जो ये सिर्फ किंडल पे या फिर सिर्फ डिजिटल फर्स्ट ओनली है, और इनके कुछ कुछ ऑडियो बुक्स भी हैं. जैसे मैंने एक बहुत पॉपुलर बुक है द मैनिफेस्ट, वो मैंने सिर्फ ऑडियो बुक में सुनी थी. क्या इससे भी लोग एज अ अर्निंग लेवरेज कर पाते हैं? एंड हाउ डज दैट come into play? With that respect, I would also want to ask you if you would want to leverage the current players जो अभी ऑडियो बुक स्पेस में हैं, उनका भी आप नाम लेके कुछ एग्जांपल्स बताना चाहोगे तो the stage is all yours.
Yeah, I'll show and tell. So let's start with paperback. So what is a paperback first? This is a paperback wherein it's actually very thin.
Okay.
This is the paperback. I'm going to show a book. Okay, so this is the book called The Science of Sex. Okay.
Yeah.
Look at this. This is hardback.
Got it.
Okay.
Got it.
And this is a Kindle. This is called an eBook.
Okay, and this is the same digital only option.
Digital only option that you read on a Kindle. That is on Amazon's e-reading device or Kobo or any other device that you have. You can read the same on your application or your mobile as well. Right?
Got it.
So now you have seen and known what is a paperback, what is a hardcover, and what is a digital. I'll start with the digital. E-books are the most price efficient for the consumers. Why? Because there is no logistics and storage involved.
Got it.
It's electronically delivered in your devices. तो अगर 100 आप उसका प्राइस भी कवर कर सकते हो, उसमें रॉयल्टी भी ज्यादा हो सकती है. सो इफ द प्राइस ऑफ अ किंडल इज 100 रुपीज, सो द रॉयल्टी can be 100 or royalty is 100.
Got it.
because there is no warehousing, there is no logistics, there is no transportation, there is no shipping, there is no distribution, nothing at all. Paperbacks and hardcover. Hardcover is something which is for vanity. Vanity means जो feels good. But if you're going for hardcover, the price of the book would be higher. So if you go on any book on Amazon, उस पे 4 ऑप्शन आते हैं: paperback, hardcover, Kindle and Audible. I'll come to Audible. So paperback का प्राइस होगा अगर 200, तो hardcover का प्राइस होगा 350. Kindle का प्राइस होगा 190 and Audible का भी प्राइस होगा 150, 170. So this was the difference between ebook, paperback and hardcover. The prices vary. The fourth is Audible. Audible is obviously the audio only format of consuming books. Okay. Now the price also varies of Audible. Sometimes audiobooks are equally priced as a paperback or a hardcover. See, that all depends on the marketing strategy. If an author is very clear that I want people to read my physical copies more, so the price of the ebook would not be very less. वो बोलेगा यार अगर आप ebook की price बहुत ही कम कर दोगे तो लोग ebook ही खरीदेंगे, पर मैं चाहता हूँ कि लोग paperback खरीदें. तो कभी-कभी लोग ऐसा करते हैं कि the paperback's price is 250, ebook is 240. तो you're like अरे यार 10 रुपए के लिए मैं क्यों अपने digital पढूं जब मैं book खरीद सकता हूँ. So that is the strategy. अब ये सब marketing. This is all marketing. You know best. Yeah. So Audible is audio only. Ebook is ebook. You consume that via a device. It could be a Kindle, it could be a Kobo, or it could be an Android phone. I don't like iPhones, so I'm not going to name iPhones. Then you have hardcover, and then you have paperbacks. Pricing vary करती है इन सब की. वो डिपेंड करता है कि कैसे आपको पोजीशनिंग करनी है. जनरली जो ट्रेडिशनल पब्लिशर्स होते हैं, दे आर प्रेजेंट इन ऑल द 4 फॉर्मेट्स बिकॉज दे हैव अ वेरी लार्ज डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन चैनल्स.
Makes sense. So is it a publisher call at the end of the day, or is it the author call at the end of the day? Or
For the traditional player, it is the publisher's call. Because they are going to earn for lifetime from your book. उन्होंने तो आपको upfront पैसा दे दिया ना.
Yeah, makes sense.
Traditional publisher कैसे कमाएगा? वो तो ऐसे ही कमाने वाला है. प्रोड्यूसर जैसे कमाते हैं ना, उनकी जितनी भी मूवीज की रीरन चलती रहेंगी, जहां जहां आती रहेगी, प्रोड्यूसर्स पैसे कमाता जाएगा. एक्टर को उसकी फी मिल जाती है.
Got it.
Same way this industry works.
So I think one of the primary questions that I wanted to ask, and as we are coming to the end of the episode 1, we are seeing a shift. We are seeing last 5 years that this publishing space has grown a lot. And you know the best, actually. I just want to frame this question right by saying that, we are seeing some educational content creators who are active on Substack, Medium, Wattpad, trying to make a comprehensive version of their knowledge in a book, and they're publishing that. We are seeing entrepreneurs like Paras Chopra having an exit, now coming into publishing books. We are seeing content creators who are like Ankur Wariku, mostly same, Prajakta Kohli, coming into book publishing now. Raghav, can we speak about the current trend? Like, we have seen celebrities like Karan Johar and Yuvraj Singh publishing in the past. They came and they had their books ghostwritten or something like that, but they did publish. And now we are also seeing YouTubers. So is it something that we should be aware of, the trend going into this space?
See, yeah, there's a difference. There's actually a difference. Celebrities, not all celebrities are authors, as you rightly said. I mean, what I'm trying to say is that for a celebrity to come out with a book, that is one more channel for them to position their brand. It's one more channel. But for an author, it is the only way. An author has a story inside her. It's killing her if she's not writing it out. That's what she was born to do.
I see.
For her, it is not an option to not write it. She has to write it. It has to come out. And that is why they are even willing to pay for it.
Got it.
There's a very massive difference in psychology of an celebrity coming out with a book as against anyone who's just an author who's writing for the sheer joy of writing. Writing for the sheer joy of writing and creating a work is better.
Let me break this question. Let me break this question. Let me break this question. Like, first, let's talk about how you see the industry shifting. Like, people are trying to comprehend their knowledge over Substack, Medium, Quora, and whatever they're actively writing, and then whichever blogs that they are being currently trending upon, they're writing and publishing a book like that. This is part one, where people are doing a content first way of publishing. They test waters by dropping contents here and there, and they try to comprise it. Is it the right strategy according to you?
Absolutely. Why not? If any person who's not using these channels in today's time to write and share his work is an idiot.
I see.
100%.
And do you think it's only for the fiction, the authors that are into fiction, or non-fiction, or how do you think that works?
Non-fiction authors are able to use it more widely because, I mean, there is no surprise in what they're writing. It's a fact-based thing. Now, fiction authors can still write short stories on Wattpad and other platforms,
Yeah.
but I don't think if those can ever be compiled into an anthology because those stories are already out there. So for fiction authors, things are still very tricky.
Got it. And as I was saying about the PR thing and the brand play, do you think having a YouTube channel, having um like a Medium author or a Quora space under my ownership, if I'm an author today, will that help me in distribution? Should I build it first before writing a book? How does that work? And will that be helping me position my brand, or will the book actually position me as a brand?
So
What should I expect?
So if I were you, and okay, let's take two Raghavs for example. Raghav one is the one who started his career with YouTube, with a YouTube channel, and he's a content creator, and he's talking on real estate, for example. He's talking on money management and real estate. He becomes pretty popular, becomes pretty famous, and then one day he writes a book on a genre which is self-help. Okay? And I'm like, okay, he started off as a YouTube presenter, for a lack of a better word, or a YouTube individual creator. He used to talk on real estate. He used to talk on money and wealth management. And I see him write a book which falls under the category of self-help. And I'm like, where is this coming from? Let's talk about the Raghav 2, who is an author first, who's an historian, who's written mythological books, semi-famous. And then he comes on YouTube. You automatically will start taking that person a bit more seriously because his mind in the form of words which were printed was already out there for everybody to consume. There's a huge difference. People who come to YouTube from when they are already authors, they will always have a more powerful impact in my mind. See, this is very subjective right now.
Okay.
In my mind. So right now I see Amish Tripathi creating a lot of YouTube content based on history. I'm like, हाँ वो कर सकता है यार. He was a J.K. Rowling of India when it comes to mythological books. So I'm like, that guy knows the art of storytelling. See, storytelling is a skill. He knows the art of storytelling. And then he's coming on YouTube. ये तो वही बात होगी ना. क्रिस्टियानो रोनाल्डो दुनिया का सबसे बड़ा फेमस फुटबॉलर है. वो आज इंस्टाग्राम पे जिस दिन आया था, पता है ना क्या हो गया था?
Yeah.
उसको बिल्ड करना पड़ा क्या? नहीं ना. तो what happened? His history of being the world's greatest athlete broke Instagram. ये difference है.
All right. I think we have enough for the episode 1. Thank you so much, Raghav, for showing interest. Most importantly, the key learnings that you have given over here will definitely be valuable to the budding authors. But for the budding authors listening to this podcast, I just want to call out that this is not it. We have a minimum of 5 more episodes coming your way. We'll be discussing for sure some misunderstandings that you might have and you should not be having in 2025. How you are leveraging AI. This entire thing about ghostwriting that Ankur Warikoo broke on LinkedIn. Are there any social media trends that we should be looking forward to when we come to book marketing and whatnot? Raghav, you already know we have a lot in RKT.
Yep.
I would want you to subscribe, and the next teaser that you're gonna see in is for the episode 2 within this. So stay tuned, but do not forget to subscribe to this channel. Thank you guys. See you in
Thank
the
you.
next episode.
Thank you, Raghav.